But really what did it was me and Jack met in the streets. Okay. So I was doing those shows. It was called North Georgia Wrestling. So I was doing them on the side. And they were outlaw shows then. It wasn't these indie things, what they say. Right. That's independent. They're so nice about they changed the match. But it was really outlaw shows back then when we was working. And me and Jack was kicking it in the street already. So we already doing some crazy stuff. And found out Jack was a body hunter and all this other stuff. So Jack said, man, I wrestle too. I said, for real? He said, yeah, New Jack. I said, okay. Well, Mustafa Saed, let's try to see what we can do. So we wrestled down in North Georgia. But now let's go back now. I was wearing tights. I done put paint on my face. I done wore karate pants. I got machetes. I'm eating raw meat. I'm trying.
You're trying everything.
Yes.
Something's gonna stick.
You're right. Something got it. Keep right. On going. Right. So Jack said, well, we was tagging. So I suggested, and I miss that brother too, man. But anyway, I suggested that, man, why don't we tag? And he thought about it for a minute. And he said, all right, but you got to change your gimmick, bro. They said, okay, what you want? We're going to wear the stuff I wear. Okay. And we started wrestling. Then we wrestled in Georgia. It was Stone Mountain Center.
Okay.
It happened to be Macho Man was there. Kevin Sullivan was there. We put a little fright in a couple of people because we brought some of my guys from the street to dress up to go to the ring with us as we went to the ring. And Cornette was like, okay, cha-ching. He seen cha-ching.
Right.
And Cornette said, after our match, he said, how would you guys like to come up to Smoky Mountain? Now, it's going to be a trip. He didn't say it like that, but it's going to be a trip.
Right.
And most of the towns is basically going to be all white. Me and Jack, we just started laughing. Oh, it's cool, man. We'll do it. He said, but I got to get you a name. So we tried Lynch Mob and all this other stuff. And Cornette came up with the name Gangstas. And we said, no, not gangsters, not the E-R-S. How about Gangstas?
Right.
And we all started laughing, man, and said, let's do it. And I left. That's why I left WCW. And, history was made right there.
What Jim said, it's not going to be easy. Everyone wants to be a heel these days, but nobody wants the heat. Like you guys
Right.
walking into a heat position. I went down with D'Lo, and when we were in Kentucky, there's people on their lawn. There's crosses on the lawn. This is 1972. This is 1995.
Right. Right.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What was it like being not just a black man in the South, the area, but a heel black man in that area? What was that like?
Oh, we had fun, man, because we were partying and we were drunk half the time, but we took care of, no, let me explain something. We took care of the guys in the ring now. We weren't killing. But we partied, man. We partied, had a good time. We partied in those times. Some of the people that you think that would hate us, they loved us because we were rough. The wrestling was rough. The rock and roll helped us. Tracy Smothers, Bob. How could you go wrong? Bullet Bob. You just have to blow up the wrong way or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Destroy yourself. I'm gonna say it like that, or self-sabotage yourself or something. That you couldn't go no wrong. Those guys were good to us, man. They taught us how to really work. Especially Ricky. Ricky talked to us. He taught us how to really work. Robert did too, but it was Ricky taught more, and those guys really helped us, man. And it made the territory easy. One punch would making people just go crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more of, how would I say? It was old school, which is nothing. It's still the best, I think. Still works. And on top of it, it gave the people enough time to relate and adapt to what's going on. Because if you zing, 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 zing too much, they just no response.
Right.
Right. So
Talk to me about the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, what tag team wouldn't want to be taken under their wing, huh?
some of them hard head dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but us, man, that was like they dropped out of heaven, man, because Tracy was the one did a lot, helped me out a lot too. I'm not, God rest his soul. You know, Tracy helped me out a lot. He real good people. Um, Ricky, this how I learned how to work. Really learn how to work. Ricky said, "What's one of your favorite moves?" Well, I do a kind of Japanese kind of suplex that grab you, throw your arm between your legs, then I twist you, and then I slam you, and then he did like this. How about let's not do that?
What's your
He
second
said,
favorite move?
yeah. He said, but he asked me though, you know what I'm saying? I didn't insist on him like that. So he said, man, do you want to work until you're 60 or 70? I said, yeah, follow us. I said, yes, sir. Let's do it. And that's what we did, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The funny part was we could get him in a chin lock and the people would just go crazy, man. It's loud, man, and just go crazy. That's what got me was like, well, I got him in a chin lock. You know, this is crazy. You know, and I don't have to do a moonsault. I don't have to do 50 moves to get the crowd just to clap your hands. A chin lock.
Yeah. It's funny. You're working with like Tracy or Buddy Landell or those guys that I get to work with.
Oh, yeah.
You're in there and you're like, this is how it's supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be.
You know, it's crazy, unbelievable. Any epic Jim Cornette rant stories? Anything? Any flip outs you can think of come to mind?
Well, man, when he would do them, sometimes it had something to do with maybe the connections or the it didn't quite go the way he wanted it to go. Um, that's a good part. We didn't have to worry about that too much because, but yeah, he flipped out. It would be over. It could be over anything. You know, I just get out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just look at him and say, "What he mad about? I want to see yeah, what he mad this time about?" You know what I'm saying? So, it was funny. It was fun,
Right.
but it was a learning experience too because you start to find out that it was details that he get mad at. If you didn't follow those details quite right, you know, at times it would do something to the match. It did. The people would understand more, get into it more. But these details, it really was the angles that we were doing, the way he booked them. It was good. I thought it was great.
Yeah. If promoters want to reach you, if they want to get in touch with you, any social media you want to plug?
Yeah, tell them Money Loves Me Saeed is in Instagram, and you know, you can hit me up there if they need to. And which they found me. A couple of people I'm going. But matter of fact, I'm about to go to Tennessee and May the 10th. Gonna have a thing down there. Get to go against the Rock and Roll again.
Oh,
I think
nice.
Wolfie D and a couple of and see, I don't want to quote too much because um, I didn't get all the info like I should, but I know I get to go against the Rock and Roll again when we get down there.